This is not a workshop, it is a proving ground. Here machines on the brink of failure get one chance. This is a masterclass in extreme field engineering. The first patient is a tiller with metal fatigue. It requires a complete systems overhaul. She moves the heavy tractor tire by hand. She struggles to install the massive wheel. The engine shows signs of extreme rust and wear. She begins work on the front of the machine. Her focus is on the steering and axle. She inspects the engine for cracks or leaks. She uses a hammer to free a seized component. This is a classic field repair technique. The wheel hub shows extreme structural corrosion. The solution is structural arc welding. She's fusing the fatigued metal. A man assists with a small component, likely part of the transmission. Reinstalling the heavy wheel requires strength. The repaired hub is now structurally sound. With repairs done, she assesses her work. A final check ensures everything is solid. She cleans the machine before the test. The moment of truth, the engine roars to life. A smile of satisfaction, she saved this machine. Error in description. The next patient, another tiller with engine failure. She begins her forensic analysis of the engine. The heavy rust suggests long-term neglect. Her hands are her primary diagnostic tool, feeling for loose connections or misaligned parts. She suspects an electrical issue. She begins tracing the wiring harness. She inspects the exhaust manifold for leaks. She moves through each system methodically. She removes the air filter housing. A clogged filter will starve the engine of air. The diagnosis continues: is it fuel, air, or spark? Now an inspection of the battery. Corroded terminals can prevent a start. She checks the main wiring loom for breaks. Before any repair, a thorough cleaning is essential. The pressure washer strips away years of grime, revealing the true state of the machine. She focuses on the wheels where rust forms. She replenishes the engine coolant. The machine is now clean canvas. She returns to the electrical system, confident she can find the fault. She checks the radiator cap for a good seal. The work is complete. She approaches the machine. A final check of the wiring before startup. Another machine saved from the scrap heap. The next project, a Shibora tractor. It appears to have a dead battery. The battery terminals are heavily oxidized. This corrosion prevents current flow. A poor connection is a common cause of failure. She prepares a solution to clean the terminals. She gets ready to test the engine. She scrubs the terminals clean to restore power. Success, the engine starts immediately. A simple cleaning solved the problem. She drives the repaired tractor down the road. It handles the rough terrain with ease. But the work is never done. Another machine has suffered a catastrophic failure. The landscape is beautiful, but unforgiving. The wreck is half swallowed by the jungle. A complete rollover. This recovery will be a monumental challenge. She begins the recovery, alone, a true test of will. She struggles against the machine's dead weight. She assesses the damage, formulating a plan. Her determination is etched on her face. She begins disassembling parts to lighten the load. The wheel and axle seem to be intact. This is a crucial bit of good news. This is a story of incredible resilience. The story shifts. Another day, another broken machine. This blue tiller has a drivetrain problem. She uses a hammer to free a seized part. She removes the wheel nuts by hand. Her experience is impressive. The disassembly of the wheel hub continues. She now works on the main chassis. The rice paddies are why this work is so vital. The wheel hub is rusted firmly in place. The undercarriage has a simple, robust design. It is built for durability and easy repair. She moves to the engine for an inspection. Now she is troubleshooting the steering column. A look at the gear-driven transmission. The painstaking reassembly of the drivetrain. Each gear must be perfectly aligned. Her careful touch is essential for this work. The reassembly continues piece by piece. Now working on the throttle linkage. The components are cleaned before reassembly. She reassembles the throttle control. She checks its movement for smooth operation. The final pieces are put back in place. The repair is complete, a look of satisfaction. The story continues. A man inspects a carburetor, the heart of the fuel system. A woman begins a repair on a three-wheeler. The carburetor is carefully reinstalled. Gaskets must be perfectly sealed. She works deep within the engine bay. Fuel is added. The repair is almost complete. She attempts to start the engine, testing her work. Success. She drives the repaired vehicle. Her work often takes her deep into the jungle, far from any conventional workshop. She forages for materials, demonstrating her skill. The journey itself is always a challenge. She returns from her expedition successful. Her journey ends returning to her village. But a new challenge always awaits her. She inspects a derelict truck with a man. The interior is completely rotted out. Undeterred, she climbs inside to begin work. The exterior is a landscape of rust and decay. The engine is inspected. It sees and dirty. She clears out the rotten interior. For her, this is not an end but a new beginning. The derelict truck awaits its resurrection. The story continues. A mechanic services a reservoir. The maintenance of these machines is constant. Another derelict vehicle is discovered. This white truck appears to have been abandoned. She inspects a hydraulic bottle jack, a critical tool for lifting the seized vehicle. She begins the first step of any recovery, making the vehicle mobile by fixing the tires. She uses a lug wrench to remove the flat tire. A hammer is used to break the rusted nuts free. She breaks the bead of the tire from the rim, a physically demanding task without power tools. She applies a liquid sealant inside the tire, a quick and effective way to patch punctures. She uses a hand pump to reinflate the tire. She lifts the heavy wheel ready to remount it. The repaired tire is bolted back onto the hub. The truck is now mobile, but the work has just begun. She uses her body weight to torque the lug nuts. A final check ensures the wheel is secure. With the mechanical work done, she cleans up her tools. She begins clearing the rotten interior. The cab is stripped bare to assess the damage. The truck, though still a wreck, is slowly being reclaimed. She adds fresh fluid to the radiator. A moment of rest after another grueling day of engineering. The final project begins. She adds oil to the engine, the first step in a long restoration. The vehicle's floor pan is completely rusted. This will require major structural repair. She disassembles the interior for access. She brings in a new battery. The old one is unsalvageable. She takes the driver's seat to test the controls. She begins the engine diagnostics. The interior is methodically stripped down. With the vehicle ready, the washing begins. The water blasts away rust and debris, revealing the true condition of the metal. Water drains from the exhaust, clearing out buildup. The entire truck is washed, a baptism for its new life. The transformation is already stunning. A clean slate for the real restoration. She focuses on the engine bay degreasing components. The final result, a machine ready for a second chance. The narrative widens, showing the peaceful rural life that this hard work supports. Children play, reminder of the community that relies on these machines. They play on a log bridge, their playground, the natural world. An old abandoned car becomes a jungle gym, a symbol of how everything is repurposed here. The children join in the work, learning the values of restoration. The next great challenge, a car buried deep in mud, abandoned and left for dead. A woman attempts to push it alone, a futile effort against the power of the earth. Outmatched, she calls for reinforcements. This recovery will require more power. Help arrives in the form of a small but powerful tractor. A close look shows the severity of the situation. The car is completely mired in mud. The tractor begins the slow, steady pull. The view from inside is disorienting, a testament to the violence of the recovery. The car is free and being towed back to the workshop. It's brought to a field where the restoration can begin. The long process of cleaning and repair starts now. She begins by stripping the ruined interior, removing the seats to access the floor pan. Every piece of the interior must be removed and cleaned. The exterior wash begins stripping away the evidence of its time buried in the mud. Slowly, the car's original lines reappear. The process is methodical and thorough. She cleans every panel from the roof to the trunk. The interior is given the same careful attention. The dashboard is wiped clean of the thick layer of grime. Even the seats are painstakingly restored. The final shot, the car is clean, ready for the mechanical part of its resurrection. The work is a constant cycle, another car, another set of problems. She begins with an engine cleaning, the first step in any good diagnostic process. The rural workshop is filled with the tools of the trade, from modern power tools to simple hand wrenches. She tests the rolling resistance of the vehicle, checking for seized brakes or bearings. She retrieves necessary parts from the cargo area. She begins disassembling the interior to access the vehicle's core components. The entire vehicle undergoes a thorough inspection. She opens the hood to begin her engine diagnostics. She uses a multimeter to test for electrical faults. She removes the air filter housing. Now an inspection of the ignition system, starting with the spark plugs. To repair is a full system process, addressing every potential point of failure. She continues her work inside the cab. The process is long and painstaking, but her focus never wavers. The vehicle is reassembled, ready for a final test. A successful road test marks the end of another complex restoration. The car is brought back to life, a testament to her skill and perseverance. The cycle begins anew. A very special thank you to the owner of the YouTube channel LSTUT for creating this wonderful video and allowing me to comment. If you enjoy this narrative, please visit and support their channel at the link in the description below.